Good morning, everyone. It's me, Simply Smiling. Happy Saturday morning to you guys. I got up and did a little bit of floor exercises, and then I got a shower, and then I'm out with my tea. Had a protein drink this morning. So I'm feeling really good and really amped up for my Saturday morning, really amped up for the weekend, ready for my day. I was talking to a client this week, and I love to come back, especially if we have a really good conversation, and most of the time we do. There's sometimes we just talk, we just listen, we cry, even we laugh, we cheer about different things, and we speculate about other things. And we just really have a great time chatting, great time talking and connecting. But this week, I wanted to share one of the conversations that I did have with one client because it's still resonating in my spirit. I talked about trees, trees, trees that grow in your yard. I had some yard work done this past week on Thursday. Some guys came down and cut down some trees in the back, further back in the yard. And I stood down there and I watched the whole thing. It was hot outside. I made sure they had water, but I watched them work. And I wasn't watching just them. I was actually watching the trees. And I was asking myself, oh my God, these are really some tall, beautiful trees that I do love. I love this backyard because of the trees, and I was sad that they had to come down. The trees provided a barrier back there, like an additional fence beyond the fence where I couldn't even see my backyard neighbors. I still can't see them because there are more trees that need to come down. But they provided privacy. They provided a place for the birds, and I had an owl and a woodpecker that would come by every now and then. So they provided home and space for God's creatures. They provide shade. And when the wind is blowing and the trees are swaying, that's that beautiful air. I like to sit down and you can almost see the air is so beautiful. You can definitely feel it. It's a coolness that the trees provided. And I'm telling myself, in reference to and in comparison of our life, sometimes we have to let go of things that we love. I love the trees, but sometimes the trees of our life, let's think about if you have any trees in your life that need to be cut down, need to be let go. You need to reorganize some trees, whatever you need to do. And of course, some trees, we prune them back because they're the good trees. They're not causing any problem. It's a little while. We need to cut them back. People are like that in our lives. Yes, they are. People provide good things for us just like the trees, and they provide bad. Now, never in so many years when I was young coming up, I would hear about trees falling. So that's the reason why the trees have to come down. They fall now. The climate is not good. That the support is not good. If the support of the trees in your life, your people, places, and things are not good support for you, you need to take a look at that. You need to say, this tree may need to be cut down, or I'm going to cut this tree down, and just be definite and decisive and make up your mind if the trees in your life need to stay. I hope you're with me on this. So they cut the trees down, and I watched. One guy said, well, the tree is really a big tree. I said, yes, it is, and I hate for it to have to go, but I know if I don't, it's going to cause problems on down the road. It's going to fall. They're all falling back there. It's going to fall maybe in a year or two. Who knows when, but it'll fall, and it'll cause damage because it'll fall on the fence and maybe reach all the way up here to the house, the deck, or whatever, but it's going to cause a problem. A lot of times the trees in your life, you already know they're going to cause a problem in your life. They're going to cause a problem. I want to encourage you today to cut down the trees in your life that cause problems for you. Cut down the trees in your life that mean no good to you. That's people, places, and things. Cut down the trees in your life. Get rid of things so that you can grow, live, and move as happily and as healthy as you possibly can, spiritually and physically and mentally. Let the trees go. And then I looked at the big tree. He cut it off, but he left the root. The root is the biggest problem of the tree. The root, if it's supporting a tree that needs to go, is supporting the negativity. The root of the trees in your life are the people that supporting negativity. You got to dig that root out. You got to get rid of the root. You ever hear people say, get rid of the root of the problem? The root of the problem of the trees is the actual root. If you leave the root, it's going to continue to grow underground. Meaning if you don't get rid of the root of the negative trees in your life, they will continue to grow inside of you, inside of your heart, inside of your mind, and still causing that negativity that you thought you got rid of because you cut them off at the top. You got to dig deep and cut them off at the bottom. The root will continue to grow. Negativity will take over your life if you don't dig it up and get rid of it. We have to make decisions of doing the right things all the time. And then I look at the trees. Like I mentioned before, I like to see them sway and move. That's an illusion. If it's a negative tree, people with negative people have illusions like that to make you say, oh, they're beautiful, they're good for me, they're okay. I can deal with that little bit that I don't like about them. That little bit grows to be a big bit. So let it go. Don't hang around negativity. Don't allow the negative trees in your life to continue to grow. Because like I said, in the end, they're going to cause a problem. They're going to cause a problem or some problems for you. You know, I really didn't want the trees to grow, but I know now, you know, they did provide that privacy, but I'm able to see what my neighbors look like over there. I still can't see them. They're far off. I can't really see them, but I can see like pieces of their houses from the back. I did like the privacy, but it's okay. It's really okay. I'd rather have good working in my life than bad. Rather have positive trees in my life than bad trees. And then too, I go down there and we have a little stream down there, a little creek, you know, and it's always dry. It's called a creek because it's dug out as a ravine and it comes from a bigger lake somewhere else, Urban Creek or somewhere else around here. But when it floods, I'm able to see the water rustling through, and I like to see movement of water. I truly do. So I'm not going to miss that part. And the only way to see that, of course, is for me to go on the other side and go to the fence and look. But I would love to do that. Have my own little nature trail, so to speak, because God knows I love nature, you know. And the trees also, sometimes we cut off branches of the trees. Okay, if it's a positive tree, prune it, like I said, and cut off the branches that are in the way. Cut out the branches that's causing trouble. Cut off the branches that are problems. Some people you can keep and see the good in them. They may have a few issues that we can work this out. So cut off the branches. Don't necessarily get rid of people or trees or anything that you love. Okay, God, take this as a message today. Look at your life and see if there's any negative trees in your life that needs to be rooted up, girded up, torn up, pulled apart, whatever that you need to get rid of. Any negative trees in your life that are not people, places, and things, or something that just resides inside of you, that's halting you to being the best, healthiest, happiest person that you can possibly be, to be that best version of yourself. I want to tell you today, I want to encourage you today to just take a survey of your life. Look inside of you first for the negative trees, and then look in your whole total life for the negative trees, and see what you can do for your life in order to propel your life forward in the best way possible. We all have negative trees. We really do. And some of them, the roots are taking over our life because we continuously have them hanging around and getting ready for that big fall when they do collapse and tear up everything that we've built, everything that we love. Don't allow that to happen in your life. Recuperating from negative situations is a hard thing. Spiritually and especially mentally, it stays around in the mind. So go ahead and nip it at the bud. Get in front of your situations. Get in front of your negativity. Don't push it and run behind it thinking it's going to go away. And dig up those roots in your life that don't matter. The roots in your life that need to go. Even though there's good in the roots, look at the bad in the roots. Look at what's actually going on in your life and cut down the trees in your life that need to go. Peace and love, guys, and a lot of it. Have a wonderful Saturday. I'm sitting in this robe drinking this hot lemon water, which I haven't sipped it yet. I need to. I will in a sec. Because it's cold on the inside. I guess you say, God, it's going to be 90 today. It's nice out here now. The fan is on up here, up over my head. And it's cold, though, on the inside because the air runs. We know how we all do all night. So I stepped out to mellow down, and I wanted to come on for a quick chat. So take that message with you today, moving forward into your week. Check out yourself. Where are the negative trees in my life? What can I get rid of to feel better about myself and my life? Peace and love and a lot of it. Bye.